Alright, welcome to 7602 Pine Ridge Court. We're in New Albany here, and this custom built house sits on a cul-de-sac that I'm actually going to try to take a little shot of here once I get my cell phone to stop ringing. It may not be so easy. There we go, got it to stop. And this is the cul-de-sac here. It's a nice little sleepy little neighborhood. It's got about 20 houses in it. I'm just kind of doing a circle shot here as I go around. This house has a really long driveway, but this is if you can see this is a cul-de-sac right here. Kids play here. It is definitely a family neighborhood. These people over here have a pool. The house I'm looking at straight ahead right there, they have quintuplets, so quite a people with families, because this is, like I said, New Albany, which is plain local schools. I call it city living, country living with city amenities, basically, because as you see here, the great thing about this place is they don't have all the New Albany restrictions that you normally see. New Albany, it dictates, anywhere else you live in New Albany, dictates the color of house you can have, whether or not you can have a fence, whether or not you can have a shed. And as you're going to see here with this house, I'm going to just walk back through here. It's got a two-car garage on the front, nice brick front on the house. As I walk back this way, this thing is, it's got a huge lot that really is tough to find when you're in New Albany. Most of New Albany's lots you're looking at 60, 70 foot wide, maybe 120, 140 feet deep. This thing's almost an acre and a half. Here's the, actually I'll get the deck as I walk by here. The garage has a separate entrance and exit out of it, and this is a wraparound deck, which you'll see as I go through here. Just going to kind of walk back here to the back. Lots of green space. If you like greenery, this is a good spot. For somebody who has kids, or if you're a big kid at heart, you've got back here, you have the play set back here, and also a big shed for storage. So two-car garage ends up being plenty because you can actually keep your cars in it, and you have storage back here in the back. And this thing is a really nice, expensive shed. It's got, you know, I'd have to find out the age on it, but it's newer. I don't know if you can get a good shot of that. But back here, you hear the birds tweeting. The neighbors have a shed too. It's kind of the cool thing to do here. And one thing that's nice that was done here, they've done, is they planted these big, huge pines. You can see those. The pines help keep everything, even when the leaves are off the trees, provide a nice natural blockage for extra privacy. They got a fire pit. You know, there's no regulations that say you can't have a fire, and I know when the Sellers lived here, they'd have big parties out here with the neighbors and stuff, and they'd burn a nice fire there. Here's another shot of the wraparound deck. It has landscaping around it to hide the bottom of it, which is nice, and then it wraps around. Now the Sellers have moved out of here for a while, and you'll see some of the landscaping, even though it's there, the landscaping is there, but could use some trimming up and things like that. It's been growing like crazy on the house. Here's the back of the house, and more trees. You can see it's a nice, big, thick barrier of trees right there. And then again, in between the house here next door, the neighbors here are very friendly, and it's nice. You don't have your typical attitudes that maybe sometimes you may see in New Albany as far as privacy. I mean, your house, you do with it what you want in this neighborhood. I think that's probably part of the appeal.